Super T Sigma. Welcome back to the Sigma Versity. Yes, indeed. It's good to see y'all. Let's chop it up for a minute about the blue pill. Blue pill. I know we haven't talked about the blue pill as much, if at all. We talked about the red pill with a little bit of length. That's I consider that a ultra long video for me. The blue pill won't be as long, but the blue pill is definitely important because the blue pill, it gets such a bad rap when you put it in the same context as red pill in terms of dating and just human relations. The blue pill is not so much connected to that. Not really at all. In fact, this is why it gets such a bad name. Blue pill is associated with simping, right? Person who's just being a sugar daddy and trying to, literally buy their company, which descends back into the underworld again with human exchange in the underworld, right? That's pay for play. But that's not what the blue pill is about. That's the blue pill being pushed out of context. But you figure since the red pill community deals with dating and deals with alpha male-like concepts, you would figure that the reverse of red is blue because you have the fire and ice dynamic of duality. You have the checkerboard floor again. You have black and white, light and shadow, fire and ice, heat and cold. But in the sense of what the blue pill's essence is, where it can be helpful for us is look at the blue pill not as a thing for dating. Blue pill is really about your true identity and your vocation. The blue pill is about your true identity and your vocation. Pay attention if you can remember what Morpheus said to Neo in the first Matrix when he first presented these pills to him. He said, with the blue pill, you take the blue pill, you wake up in your bed, you believe whatever you want to believe. Then he says with the red pill, you take the red pill, you see how far the rabbit hole goes. You see how deep the rabbit hole goes. In the context of the movie, in the context of the Matrix franchise, the blue pill is villainized. The red pill is what wakes you up to the machinations that go on in the subsurface of reality. So it lets you see who the controllers are that are controlling things and the extent of their control. That's red pill when you apply it to a worldly standpoint in the context of the Matrix franchise. But also, this is what makes the blue pill so important in the real world. In the real world, the blue pill is really what you want to take. Yes, the blue pill is what you want to take rather than the red pill in the real world. In the fantasy world, take whatever color you want. You could take a pink pill if you want. And I'm not saying literally, this is just metaphorically speaking. But blue pill, this is what you want. You notice that the red pill doesn't have anything to do with being awakened. See, that part will go right past you because you're waiting for the action. You're waiting to see what the one does. How does Neo defeat Agent Smith, etc., etc.? What do they do with the machine war? How does Zion survive? When you put it like that, the red pill puts you deeper into a dream. It doesn't have anything to do with being woke. It has everything to do with being asleep, deeper in sleep. All the way to the depths of sleep. Delta, the lowest, deepest, slowest brain waves that really point to you being in your deepest sleep. You're not in theta, but you're in delta. And what is the bottom of the energy center? The red root chakra, the ruby palace. That's the root. You're getting to the root of somebody else's design, though. And it took three matrices later, let me say it properly, 3 matrices later, where you find out that the red pill was all a lie. It was just all about manipulation and the construction of a dream world where there were no winners. It was just a game that goes on and on and on. And that is the tone that the red pill takes off the screen. the red pill and dating, that'll go on and on, because as we get into more in seldom, you'll get this where it's like it'll be a lot of female bashing that you hear in a lot of red pill communities, etc., as it applies to dating. But the blue pill and your true identity, the blue pill is what's talking about you waking up. The red pill doesn't have anything to do with you waking up. Watch Matrix Part 1 again. He told you the red pill takes you deeper into the dream. Morpheus is known as the god of dreams. This is one of Hypnosis' sons. So this is all about hypnotism. It's all about mind control. And the red pill gives you a false awakening. Right, because the Oracle was manipulating people, Morpheus was manipulating people, the Architect was manipulating people, and the Analyst was manipulating people. There was a lot of manipulation that was attached to the red pill. The blue pill just assigns you to something that's outside of the framework of the franchise. So the blue pill is like, you notice how it always dealt with profession and professionalism. The blue pill always put Thomas Anderson in the working world, in the career field. It always had to do with him being at Metacortex. It always had to do with him turning the entire franchise into, or believing in one simulation that the franchise was indeed just a video game. And if you want to take this on a deeper meaning, Matrix 4 Resurrections is the truest Matrix of them all, because it lets you know that play is play, and no matter how elaborate the game gets, it's just a game. And blue pill has much more to do with reality than games, even though the way the framework of the franchise is designed, you would think that the blue pill is associated with more falsified reality. But in the real world, off the screen, coming from the lens of the viewer who's viewing the franchise, right? Who's viewing the franchise, they are in the real world, but they're being assigned to what? A fake world. And just as the alarm went off on my watch, the blue pill wakes you up for real. And every time Neo got too deep in the dream and found out something that was too disturbing, he would always wake up. He was always waking up over and over and over in that first Matrix. Just kept waking up over and over in his bed again, in his bed after the agents took him, in his bed after he, once he's in the club, after he's in the club, etc. So your vocation and your true identity is the blue pill. That is where you are really awake. That's the only pill that talks about you being awake. And more importantly, believing whatever you want to believe. Because you have to understand that the red pill is dealing with somebody else's belief. It's them believing what they want to believe and wanting you to believe what they believe. That's what the red pill is about. The blue pill is just about you waking up and believing what you want to believe. So when you take it at face value and you expound these definitions beyond the framework of the Matrix franchise, then you understand that the blue pill is really the pill that you want to take. You want to wake up. You want to believe whatever you want to believe. You have your own identity. You have your own mind, your own background. You have your own thoughts. You have your own feelings. You have your own perspective. You are unique. You deserve to wake up. If you're not woke, you deserve to wake up in your own way. You deserve to believe whatever you want to believe, and you deserve to make life what you want it to be. The red pill has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with going deeper into the scheme, going deeper into the construct. That's what the red pill is about. So the blue pill has everything to do with surface level stability. And a lot of times, even in the dating world, the blue pill gets an unnecessary bad rap. It gets associated with, a lot of times, monogamy, and they like to make monogamy a stale thing, a lame thing. Say, be an alpha male, be an alpha male, red pill, be an alpha male, have that machismo about you. And, you will have red pill content creators that will defend against this and say that this is not so, and they'll say that I'm in error. So I'm obviously not speaking to all red pill content creators, but a lot of them, and a lot of the tone of red pill, we must admit, has gained the stigma of male machismo and woman bashing. But the blue pill has everything to do with the adornment. And when you take a, a term like simping out of it, you just have a person who's just trying to be a professional, live their life, provide for their family, and just live straight up and down, plain, everything routine, everything scheduled. And it doesn't mean that it's sense of adventure. It doesn't mean that there's no sugar in the oatmeal. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that the oatmeal has no flavor. It just means that you're living a more stable, predictable, and non-superstar life, which is perfectly fine. Not being a superstar comes with a lot of peace. There's a lot of peace when you have fortune without fame. Could you imagine having fortune, great fortune, without any of the fame? You just being a zillionaire and nobody knows it but your loved ones. That's a beautiful thing. But it's not advertised that way. It's advertised that, you seek fame. We got social media. We're trying to get hits. We're trying to get views. We're trying to get money in our pockets. If that's the business angle that we're taking with our online presence, of which I am. That's what I am intending to do. That's my goal. That's, again, like I say in other videos, that's the last item on my bucket list, to reach the tycoon levels of social media. My level of tycoon level. I don't want to be necessarily in the Forbes list at all. I just want more than enough where no one connected to me has to work. They can make their money off hobbies. They can make their money off their hobbies, off their crafts, off their recreations. This is blue pill talk. And a lot of times the red pill community will take entrepreneurship under their own banner also, because you have that rebellious red pill root chakra energy that goes on. But with the blue pill, you notice what energy center is blue. It's the throat chakra, the voice, the right to speak out. So you see how insidiously villainizing the blue pill can forfeit your freedom of speech on a very, very high psychological level. Don't take the blue pill, but the blue pill is the blue chakra. That's the throat chakra. What do you mean we don't need to have a voice? What do you mean we need to go down into the root instead of dealing with the heart, instead of dealing with the voice, instead of dealing with the third eye, instead of dealing with the crown, instead of dealing with the sacral, instead of dealing with the solar? What do you mean we have to go down into the root? What do you mean we have to be red pill? What do you mean we have to be root chakra'd? We don't have to be. That's just one pill to take. And red pill has its place because the root chakra is stability. So essentially, you want to have that sense of rebellion when it comes to protecting your sense of self. Yes, that puts the red pill in its proper context. But also that stability and that rebellion and that self-preservation needs a voice. So you got to take the blue pill too. You have to take the blue pill also. Because remember, it's connected to your voice, it's connected to your identity, and it's connected to really waking up. Waking up to your reality, not a reality that someone else has designed. And knowing, taking the overall tone that both pills are like in the dream, both pills keep you in a dream. Well, one of those dreams is more like roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream, merrily, 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 life is but a dream. But the red pill don't have anything to do with that. There's nothing merrily about you rowing your boat. You're rowing upstream when the water is going downstream. You're going against the current. You're going to have a much harder row if you get anywhere. I don't think you can. I don't think you can effectively row a boat against the tide. I don't think that's possible without a motor. So you see, you could get burnt out just rowing in place, being all red pill. What they say with the term that they use, red pill rage, when a person is just tired of being stuck and they don't know enough to take the blue pill also. So all of that angst and that root chakra and that need to survive, it doesn't really have a voice. So it takes on the form of a mallet, a gavel, a sword, a club, and it just becomes a bashing instrument and a tool of division. Whereas the proper context of the blue pill is really about integration and communicable survivability. Communicable survivability. So being able to survive as a community, being able to function as a whole, being able to work together, dealing with synergy, dealing with harmony, dealing with unified consciousness. The blue pill is really connected to that. But if you leave it up to the context of the Matrix franchise, you see that the blue pill is quite the opposite. You know, it really tears you apart. And it's almost like it's a fight to get you back to Neverland. It's almost like a fight for Peter Pan to never grow up, where Peter Pan never becomes Peter Panning. So that is, in a nutshell, what the blue pill is about. Thanks for checking out the Sigmaversity. Thanks for stopping by. Super T Sigma. Continue to vibrate high, people. Peace.